Hey fam, it's me, Johnnie. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup review recap of Insecure Season 3, Episode 1. Hopefully you guys like this new series that I'm starting, and let's get into the video. So this first episode is entitled Better Like, and it starts off with Issa and Daniel doing what most shows on HBO do, which is getting it on, like softcore porn, borderline softcore, okay? And it starts off with them in bed. What I thought was them in bed, like bruh was jackrabbit, okay? He was like going to work, and she was just so extra, screaming so loud, bruh. Like she was doing the absolute most. But anywho, it starts off with that, and then it pans over to Issa in the other room looking distraught, and it actually being Daniel's girlfriend Vanessa that he was pounding at the time, you know. Anywho, Issa is now a Lyft driver, okay? She is hit rock bottom. She's staying with her ex that broke up her relationship, and she's hit rock bottom. She's living with Daniel and now is a Lyft driver. I don't understand how all her friends could be so successful and she is living like down and out. Like, girl, you are almost 30, kid. Like, what are you doing? Anywho, so Molly is on vacation and she is asking some dude who clearly sounds like he's from LA, bruh. He sounds like he's a United States citizen, like he's an African American. And he was trying to link up with her when they got back off of vacation from wherever she was at. She was somewhere soaking the sun up. And she decides to ask this dude because he's trying to link up with her. So she asks him, "Oh, you got a visa?" Like, Molly, we really gonna act dumb like that? Because, like, we really gonna do that? Issa lives with Daniel now, and she goes to ask him that morning after all that crap happened in the beginning, like, did you know I was out here? Did you know I was on the couch? And Daniel was real nonchalant about answering. He was just like, yep. Like, bruh, are we really gonna be petty like this? Like, anywho, it was just crazy to me. I just thought that Daniel was so freaking nonchalant. Like, who cares that I'm sleeping with my girlfriend in the next room while I have my ex on the couch? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of rude, you know. He's being rude. Issa now is at a desk job from getting in trouble at her We Got Y'all's place, you know, where she works for that nonprofit. And she got in trouble, so now she's on a desk job, and another girl passes down some work for her to do, and it's for her to call and confirm, I guess, rather, the school is going to be partnering with them this semester or whatever, and most of them are dropping out, you know what I'm saying? And Issa notices that most of them are dropping out, and they're giving some valid points about why they're not they don't feel like, the parents don't feel like it's suitable for their children. And Issa thinks that it's some good points criticism that she can take back to her boss. Girl, was that the wrong idea at the time? You know what I'm saying? So now that Issa is in corporate America, her other friend, I can't remember this girl's name to save my life, and I just do not have the energy to go back and look her name up, but Molly, I'm going to call her Becky, okay? She's corporate Becky, okay? And she has a promotion, and Issa asked, when can she go back in the field? And the girl is just like, real, like, deer in the headlights. I hate that kind of person. To me, I hate that. She was like, deer in the headlights. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. It's my new day. It's my couple first days, you know. I think that I'm just not gonna ruffle anybody's feathers right now. And so Issa goes on and starts to like call the people and again confirm what she started to notice after making a couple of calls. So Daniel is in the studio now with his friend, and his friend has brought this girl named Dawn Richards from Danny Decay, and she goes by Dawn now. And oh my gosh, she sounded a hot mess, son. She was just squeaky with those tight, I don't know, pleather pants on, plastic pants on. They were so freaking loud. And she did a good job at pretending to not be able to sing, be off rhythm, and be arrogant at the same time. Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Daniel was just telling his friend, like, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, what are you doing, bruh? And he's saying that, okay, this girl has connections and we need the connections, so we're going to entertain her for the time being. So Daniel agrees to entertain her for the time being. So anywho, Issa's now a Lyft driver. So she goes and she's now driving Lyft, and Molly is at home. Issa is now a Lyft driver, and she is at the airport to pick up Molly, and Molly gets in the back seat and pretends like she's a actual client and is like, drive, you getting points for the throw up in the back seat, blah blah blah, just having small talk and messing with her friend. And then they get to a breakfast restaurant, and they have breakfast together, and Molly tells Issa about how she ain't gonna be doing nothing. It's a do better, know better, do better thing for her, and that she's gonna be doing better and knowing better, and telling her that she just swerved somebody overseas, and that she's swerving Dro, and that she ain't got time for these niggas right now. You know what I'm saying? So Issa also tells her that she feels like she's walking on eggshells. What I find interesting is this new remake of a 90s show. It's like a remake of Martin. It's called like Kevin or something, and Maxine is in it, Bill Bellamy's in it, and a couple other old seasons comedians are in it. And Daniel is now at his sister's house to pick up a guitar out of her closet, and his sister asks if Daniel could watch his niece, and his niece is so funny, y'all. She's all in grown folks' business, okay? So she asked if she could watch the niece, and Daniel says that Issa still lives there, and his sister's just like, why is Issa living there? Is Vanessa okay with this? And he's like, yeah, it's not like that or whatever. And then kind of just blows it off. And he was like, I'll ask Issa or if Issa or Vanessa can watch her. And then he gets the guitar and leaves. Before he leaves, she asks him a really interesting question, and the question is, why does Issa stay with you out of all people that she could stay with? Why is she staying with you? And it's a good question that kind of marinates on Daniel's mind. So this next scene is of Daniel and Issa. Issa's kind of watching Daniel vibe into his music. She had just got home, and he was vibing to his music, and she was watching him or whatever. And Issa and him started to talk a little bit and have small talk, and she told him how she was vigilant and that she watches things because the music sounded like it had live instruments or whatever. So she was just saying that she was observant, but she couldn't even remember what kind of shirt he had on, so it was all bullshit. But anywho, Issa and Daniel small talk a little bit more, and then he tries to kiss her. Like, what the hell? She backs up or whatever, and he asks her, like, why are you staying here? Why out of all people did you decide to stay with me? And she tells him, okay, so I decided to stay with you because you close to my job. Complete bullshit. You know why she stayed there. It's because she is probably still feeling him. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Daniel's like, I don't believe you or whatever. Since you just want to be roommates or whatever, we can just be roommates or whatever. So Issa just asked him to, can you just text me and let me know just let me know if you're going to be pop, lock, and dropping, you know what I'm saying? And he said he agrees to that, roommate or whatever. So she kind of like awkwardly leaves the room. It was so funny, the kind of sense of humor that Issa has. Molly and Dro, These people get on my nerves, Lord. Dro is like turning out to be a fuck boy. I knew he was gonna be one, but he's turning out to be an F boy, okay? Now she and him are waking up in bed together and they're all lovey dovey with each other. And she gets up and after his wife, Candace, I think her name is, calls, and he gets up to get ready to leave, and she clearly knows that Candace knows about her now. So she gets up and she's like, you know what? I need to set some boundaries. You can't be coming over all the time. It's either fucking or we buddies. Like, we gonna be doing it or we're just buddies. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be acquaintances. We just either doing it or we gonna be friends. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I can do that. So she was like, okay, get up, nigga, leave. Like, why are you still here? So he gets up to leave. Issa decides to fill the boss in about the constructive criticism she got from work. And when I say her boss hated her, she had this disgust about her face. And corporate Becky just sat there and just let her, with the look of deer in the headlights, look like I hate, and just let her hammer into her and told her that Issa's always the common denominator to every problem. Dro keeps calling Molly and kind of pursuing her. Molly's getting really annoyed. And she kind of just tells him that she'll agree to going out to celebrate her promotion or her job that she just got. And she agrees to meeting with him at 9:00. Molly's at home and she's getting dressed to get ready to go out and trying to figure out what she wants to wear, but still like sitting there kind of thinking to herself and wondering. I don't think she wants to really go, you know what I mean? But Issa calls her and asks her if she wants to ride with her. She's doing a party lift tonight. So Molly agrees to go with Issa, and they are out and about on the party lift talking about how they're just gonna go out and have some fun and just drive around and have fun with a party lift. They pick up two ladies or girls, and they gave Issa a tip. She offers them some capris on, okay, and they tell her how great she is on the suggestion or the review after they drop her off or them off. And it's so funny how they kind of react to Issa. They call her an auntie, the cool auntie. But Issa starts looking at other, well, no, Molly starts to look at other people to pick up, and she finds this cute boy named Nathan, the guy How to Get Away with Murder Bay. That's what I'm gonna call him, okay? How to Get Away with Murder Bay, or Nate. He wanted to get picked up and taken to a restaurant, and he was telling them how he hates LA and how everything is so far away, and they tell them not to hate on LA, okay? You can't hate on LA up in here. Anywho, they go pick up another dude who was a real LA dude, okay? He was just embodied LA dudes, okay? And this dude get in a car, and they offer Capri Sun, and he takes two, then complains about how nasty, the one, they got the nasty ones. Like, this is the only ones y'all got. Anywho, she tells them that this is a party lift, and they're gonna have fun, and he said he's gonna go where they go. And Nate, he starts to drink the Capri Sun. Then he starts to roll up a J, son, like in the back seat. Molly sees it, and Molly's like, dude, we got a situation in the back. And Issa's like, nah, kid. Like, do you mind? And he was just like, nah, I don't mind. He was like, nah, y'all good. Bruh was just straight LA, son, just like bully, just a straight freaking bully. But anywho, he was like, y'all good, and he continued to roll the J and started to light it. And Nate took it out of his hand and was like, dude, you need to put this shit out. And he took it and threw it out the window. And when I say they started scuffling and fighting, the crap was hilarious. Issa's screaming, driving all over the place, and then she eventually pulls over. Nate hops the hell out of that car so quickly and runs. He just bolts down the street. He don't beat this big boy up. Bruh in the back, like, he's not okay. His eye hurts, okay? So the next scene goes with Daniel's in the next scene with Issa, and she sits down on the arm of the chair and asks Daniel, like, bruh, like, what's really good? Like, you didn't text me back at all last night when I was texting you. If the coast was clear, can I come home, bruh? Like, and Daniel was just like, oh, my bad, cuz, like, he was such an asshole to me. And Issa felt the same thing. Like, she had the same vibe. She was not feeling it. She was like, I know that you are doing so much for me, and I'm so appreciative of that, and I'm grateful, but you can't be sleeping with girls in front of me like we don't have a past together. Like, you can't be doing that. And Daniel stood up after that. He was just like, so what do you mean? So why are you even here? You said that just like a few days ago that you wanted to just stay with me so you could get to work fast. You know what I'm saying? But you don't. Like, what's really good? And Issa finally admitted it. She was just like, yes, I do still have feelings for you, and I don't feel like it's okay for you to be sleeping with girls in the next room. Like, we don't have a history together. And Daniel was just like really freaking quiet. He was just like, okay. And then he just like went in his room and closed the door. After that, Molly is at home and she's getting ready to go out with Dro still, I'm guessing, and she absolutely doesn't want to go. So she comes out in her sleeping clothes and to walk into her front room to see Dro with some freaking wine. Like, he's a freaking key. Like, really, God? Like, why does he have a key? Like, I don't understand why Dro has a key. Anywho, Dro is like talking to them. They embrace. They like talk together a little bit about like the fight in Issa's party lift, and they embrace each other. They kiss, and then she starts to talk to him about getting her key back, and then Dro starts to get very defensive. He's like, what do you mean? Like, and Molly just flies off. She was like, since the opportunity presented itself, I'm gonna say what I feel. You and your wife, like, y'all got some messy situation going on. And then Dro stops her. He's like, yo, you can't talk about my wife. Keep my wife name out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And the audacity for him to even say that, like, okay, bruh. She like rolls her eyes and like keeps her mouth closed, and then he's like trying to call her out and tell her that it is what it is, and that she needs to get her situation together. So he gives her key back. She's like, can I have my key? Cuz he gives her key. And then he says he's going to leave. And then Molly, she just holds the door for him. She's like, okay, here you go. Bye. I want you to leave, nigga. Like, bye. Dro is a real life F-boy. I don't like Dro. Like, he is like so freaking rude. It's ridiculous. Like, he doesn't respect boundaries. He has boundaries for him and his wife, but won't respect Molly's boundaries. Like, why? Like, why? Like, how? So she packs her stuff up because Issa needs the money. She's sleeping on someone's couch. So she packs her purse up, gathers her things, checks the Lyft app, and says that she is now available and decides to ride Lyft. That is how the episode ends, and it's crazy because Issa is just really at rock bottom. Like, what happened between her and her brother to where she decided that she can't live with her brother? Even though I feel like Issa probably didn't want to live with the brother because he was he was annoying, honestly, and I wouldn't want that. I mean, she thought that Daniel's house would probably be more peaceful because she was always over there anyway, you know what I mean? So I don't know about this episode. I think it was a good start to the season, and I think that I can't wait to review the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary, you know what I mean, of me reviewing episodes of Insecure. And if you're interested, just leave some comments below. Join in with in the conversation with me on what you thought this episode was about, what you thought about the characters. How do you feel about Molly and her situation? Like, are you gonna really continue to mess with this dude, or how are you gonna deal with your girl, like the wife? You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna deal with her? And the fact that Dro is very defensive about his wife, I don't know. I think it's crazy because he doesn't respect her at all. He's literally taking the place of Lawrence, okay? I'm just saying. Anywho, guys, so thank you guys for watching, and leave a comment down below again letting me know what you thought about this episode. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
I'm Barbie drippin', DB9, Barbie whippin'. If he say he don't want me back, he'd be lying. Bitch, I'm the sauce, Barbie dippin', I'm the boss, Barbie sippin'.